Beatrice Monroe live at Broad Creek Christian Church. We are excited to hear about what the elders have to say about the reopening. I'm here with Tim Canbore, and he is waiting for the elders to arrive. Tim?
I have seen dinosaurs.
Tim, put that down. You can't have that in here.
Oh, sorry. We're waiting for the elders of the church to arrive. Oh, there they are now.
Hey, I hope everybody's having a great day today. Willie, Jeff, Nico, and Scott and I are here to show you what it's going to look like at Broad Creek before we reopen. And so everybody will have an idea of how to get in the building, what to do, and where to sit.
Hey guys, it's Willie. Like Rob said, we're all here today trying to welcome you and let you know what's going on. But our plan that we've laid out actually has two purposes. One is to glorify God, and two is to make sure everyone stays as safe as possible while here worshiping, but also coming in and going out. So get ready for some great things ahead.
Hey everyone, so I know everyone's going to be excited on our first day back together at Broad Creek, but we just want to keep a few things in mind as we enter the building on that first day. So first thing is face coverings. If you feel more comfortable bringing a face covering, please bring it. You know, it's not going to be mandatory. It's just a matter of if you feel more comfortable, or maybe you have this quarantine beard you just want to cover up, please bring it. You're welcome to. Second thing is, there could be a backup at the front door because we're going to be entering a little differently than what we're used to. So just keep that in mind. Keep your distance from people, at least six feet of distance. They'll be more comfortable if we do that. We'll have a mark on the floor right outside the door to help you see what that distance is. But please just keep that in mind as you enter this one. Also, there'll be someone holding the door for you as you go in, so you don't have to worry about. So let's go inside and see what Rob has to say for us.
As soon as you get in, you're going to notice some changes. One, there's going to be lines on the floor to keep everybody social distance apart, and lines directing you on which way to walk. It's easy. The tile on the floor are 12 inches by 12 inches. So if you keep 6 of them between you and the person in front of you, you'll be perfectly safe. Over here, we've got some hand sanitizer. You're more than welcome to clean up after you've touched the door and the door handle. You'll notice that we've removed all of the furniture over here, and worst of all, we've done away with the coffee and the donuts. I hate it, but that's the way it is. Over on this side, we'll have somebody behind the Welcome Center, and they'll help you in any way they can. But again, I want you to remember 6 feet social distance. The nursery has been closed, but if you need it, it's open. Please go in and take care of whatever business you need to take care of in there for those little ones.
As far as bathroom usage goes while you're here, we want you to be as much socially distanced as possible in the bathrooms as well. So if you go individually, that's what we'd love. But if you need to go as a family unit, that's fine too. And we just don't want to overcrowd the bathrooms and maintain as much social distancing as possible.
As you can see, communion is going to be a little bit different now at Broad Creek. It's always been a very powerful part of our services, but because of social distancing and COVID-19, we felt like there was a better way to do communion. So what we've come up with is what we call cup in a cup. And what it's going to be, you'll pick up your communion as you walk in. Is the first thing you do. As you can see, the bread's in the cup, juice is there, and where people are going to prep it using gloves and stuff to make sure everything's there. But what you'll do, you'll pick it up and bring it with you, because communion will now be the first thing we do in service. So with that, let's head in service and see how things are going to happen there.
Guys, as soon as you walk in the auditorium, you're going to see that it's set up totally differently. The chairs are arranged in groups of 4, 2, and 1. And that way everybody, every family can find a seat, a group of seats that really fits their needs. The ushers will be sure and lead you to the right set of chairs. And I know nobody likes to sit in the front row, but this time we're going to have to, and you'll be perfectly safe. You'll be at least 6 feet away from Scott. So as you can see, by looking around, the seats, the chairs are arranged at the appropriate distance. We've already measured those.
As you know, worship's going to be a little bit different. You might remember just a few moments ago I was sharing with you about communion and how it's going to be different. The order of service is going to be different as well. As I said earlier, communion will be taken in 2 parts, or cup and a cup, and we'll be doing that first. So we'll open up with an opening prayer from Rob for the congregation, and then Scott or an elder or someone on staff will come up and do the communion devotion, and then we'll take communion together. Immediately following that will be a worship set, about 3 songs. We're going to kind of shorten it up a little bit to give us more time between services to take care of things. And then we'll have the announcements, and then Scott will come up and share his message. After that, we'll have closing prayer, and we'll carefully dismiss as Rob will be talking about in his part of the video of how we get out of here.
Buddy, are you new here? I haven't seen you at church before.
I'm an elder here.
Okay, well, I'm looking for my dinosaurs. They got out of their cages. Do you know where they have been?
Actually, I saw one in the bathroom.
Oh, okay, thanks, man. Appreciate it. See you next Sunday.
Hey everybody, we also want to make sure that you understand about our service schedule changes. We're going to have 2 morning services on Sunday mornings, one at 9 a.m. and one at 11 a.m. So you'll notice there's a 30-minute difference there in our second service. The other changes are we're going to have 4 total services during the week, and they're going to be demographically geared to certain groups of people. So our Sunday morning services are going to be geared towards our adults. They're going to be more adult-oriented. Message will be more geared for adults, young adults, older adults, and so on. On Sunday evenings, we're going to have a service at 6 p.m. Now, this is going to be geared to kids and their families, and we're going to do our best to not only minister to the kids during this time, but also minister to families and talk to parents about how to do certain things. We're going to have music up on the screen, have a lot of fun with it. We should have a good time, and we're really looking forward to that. On Wednesday nights at 7:30, we're going to have our teen and young adult and families program. Now, this is going to have the full band with it. It's going to be geared towards young adults and teens. Nico's going to be bringing messages. I might show up from time to time, but we're going to be sharing with you about how to grow and how to be more in God's Word on those Wednesday evenings. We're still going to be following Core 52 for the most part, but as we move forward, this separation of services will help us also mitigate out the people in these services. One of the other things you're going to notice is we're going to register for our services. So you're going to have 2 ways to register, and what we mean is you're going to need to sign up online, or you're going to need to call the office and let us know that you would like to attend the service and how many you'll have attending. We're doing that because we don't know how many we're going to be allowed to have in here at this point in time. We don't know how many people are going to show up. We just don't know so many factors at this point. So what we want to do is if we register, we'll be able to make sure that everybody has a seat for every service. And so we'd love for you to register. You can go on to planningcenter.com and register. We're going to try to create a link for our website to make sure there's a link that you could register for the services. And also, if you download the Church Center app from your app store on your smartphone and pick Broad Creek as your church, you'll be able to go to events and register right there. If all that fails and you don't want to do any of it, call the office. It's 252-637-3727. You can ask Liza to register you for your group, and it's going to look a lot like this.
Hello, Broad Creek Christian Church. This is Liza speaking. Oh, hey, how are you doing? Good to hear from you. Okay, you'd like to register for a Sunday service? Are you thinking first service or second? First service? Okay, sounds good. How many people are going to be with you? 4? Okay, that sounds good. I'll put you down for 4, first service, this Sunday. Okay, can't wait to see you then. Bye!
Or you can just email Liza at office@bccchurch.com, and she'll be able to hook you up and make sure you register. For right now, you're going to have to register every week. Sorry about that, but that's the best way we can do it. So we're looking forward to seeing you at a service soon.
Hey guys, even though we have resumed in-person services here at Broad Creek, it doesn't mean it's the right time for everyone to come back and worship with us in person. So please, if you have an underlying medical condition, if your immune system's compromised, or maybe you're caring for someone who's immune system has been compromised, you don't have to join us back in person yet. Please, we welcome you to continue to worship with us online as before. Guys, I know we've talked about a lot of different things that are going to be new to us as we return to in-person worship. But don't worry, if you forget all of them, we'll have people here to help you out. So the greeting team will be here. If you have any questions, please ask them. If you need somebody to pray with you, if you need some directions, they'll be glad to point you in the right direction. Also, we'll have an usher team here. They'll help you to the right seat. They'll make sure you're situated, and then they'll make sure you know the direction to go after the service is over. So after the service is over, as you leave the auditorium, there will be offering baskets placed there, so we won't have to pass the offering as before. You can just put your offering in there as you leave. And then Rob's getting ready to talk about how you exit the building.
Well, and while it was a great worship service, it's time to leave, and we will again exit out through the doors. Again, keeping the proper distance between you and your neighbor. This will put you right at your car, and you'll be ready to leave.
Hey guys, have any of you heard from Rob Blackwell? I haven't heard from him. He was supposed to... Hey dude, what's going on?
Hey Scott, yeah, I just got a really strange phone call. I didn't really recognize the voice, but they said something about meeting, kind of a weird, like, husky type voice. So yeah, sorry I missed it, but I didn't really kind of know what was going on.
So let me get it straight. You received a phone call telling you that you didn't have to be here tonight?
Yeah, and I just had this overwhelming sense to play with dinosaurs today.
Daddy, those are my dinosaurs.
So you're playing with dinosaurs? Okay. All right, good. Cool, man. Yeah, that sounds great. All right, man. Thanks. All right, bye. Rob's not gonna be here. He's busy playing with dinosaurs.
And if you guys forgot anything we just went over, don't worry, because we send out an email with a plan in it, and it'll be detailed, and you can look at it, and it'll guide you through whatever we just went over. And again, thanks for watching. We're so grateful that we'll be able to see you guys soon at the upcoming services.
This has been the greatest day of my life. I finally caught my very own dinosaur. Back to you, Beatrice.
Good luck, Tim, in your dinosaur wrangling career. This has been Beatrice Monroe. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you soon on campus. Good day.
As we come to the end of this crazy video, and I know it's hokey and cheesy in some parts, we had a lot of fun filming it the other day. I hope that you understand that our cause is, as Willie said in the beginning, number one, to honor and glorify the name of God, and number two, to make everything safe, to make sure that as shepherds we're doing what we need to do to make sure that our congregation is healthy and safe, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. We've made a lot of great efforts in that online, and our online ministry will only continue to grow because of this. No longer are we just a brick and mortar church. We're a church that expands, a church that has edges that are constantly growing out, and we are anxious to see what God is going to do through those ministries as well. So in the meantime, as we end this video, Stephanie and I were talking and we thought, well, what if we could figure out what Paul would say at the end of some video like this? I like to think that we found it. Colossians chapter 4, verses 2 through 6. These are Paul's words. He says, "Devote yourselves to prayer, being watchful and thankful, and pray for us too, that God may open a door for our message, so that we may proclaim the mystery of Christ, for which I am in chains. Pray that I may proclaim it clearly as I should. Be wise in the way you act toward outsiders. Make the most of every opportunity. Let your conversation be always full of grace, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how to answer everyone." Our prayer is that this video finds you well, and we look forward to seeing you soon in services back at the building. And as we do so, please pray. Pray for outreach, pray for evangelism, pray for discipleship to happen. Pray for people to come to know the Lord, and that our baptisms be so many that we have to change the water from all the people getting in and out of it. That would be wonderful. But most of all, pray that God's great name be glorified. We love you. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Love you just the way you are.